Welcome back to the Chasing Happiness podcast, an honest podcast about finding happiness, what it really means, and the process of getting there. My name is Crystal, and today we're going to talk about all things glitter. And I know some of you are thinking, what on earth is she talking about? Why is she talking about glitter? But I promise it will make sense. The reason I picked glitter specifically is because for those of you that don't know me personally, I am a huge fan of glitter. I, in fact, am one of those people who, a couple of years ago, when the story came out that somebody was mailing glitter bombs to people, I was actually a little sad that I never got one because I absolutely 100% wanted one. But the reason I picked glitter is because I love glitter. I love glitter. It doesn't matter what kind of glitter. It doesn't matter how big, how small. I'm a huge fan of glitter. Every once in a while, I will find glitter on my cheek from a Christmas card, a couple of months ago or whatever it happens to be. And it just makes me smile and it makes me happy. And that's why glitter. Because this week, I want to chat with you guys about the things that make you smile, the things that make you happy, the things that you get excited about for no reason other than they make you happy. We live in this world that has kind of dampened our spirits, especially lately with this whole COVID-19 crisis, with everything else that's going on in the world. It can be really hard to remember those things that brought us joy for no reason. And I want you this week to think about what those things were. Think about when you were little. What made you smile? What made you laugh? What are the things that gave you just an unimaginable amount of joy for no reason? I want you to think about those things because we need to find a way to incorporate those back into our lives. So for me, obviously, because I like glitter, for me, it's Christmas cards that always have a little bit of glitter on them or a little bit of sparkle. Thank you cards that when you open them, spit out glitter, which by the way, if you ever get a thank you card from me, it will come with a warning on the back of the card to open it over the sink or outdoors. So don't worry. But I just love glitter, and it's something that makes me so unbelievably happy that I have found a way to be able to incorporate it. Maybe not into every single day of my life, obviously. I could not be having like glitter bombs on my desk every single day. But when I write a thank you card, I smile simply because I get to open the box of thank you cards and warn someone about the glitter that's about to be all over their home. Christmas cards. Not only does Christmas make me smile, but the card is glittery. It looks like snow. It makes me smile. It makes me happy. It gives me a sense of excitement for the person who's going to open it. And I know these things sound small with all of the big issues going on in the world today. And so you're probably thinking, well, with everything else that's going on, what difference does it make if I have this one little thing in my life that makes me smile? But I promise you, it does. It makes a huge difference. Because what happens is, as we go through life and we get caught up in work and school and the kids and our spouses and cleaning the house and all those adult responsibilities, we forget what pure joy is. We forget how to make it a part of our life because society says it's time to be an adult. It's time for you to move past these silly things. And honestly, I think society is wrong. My personal opinion is we should all continue to have these things in our lives as often as possible because we need reasons to smile. Studies show that the simple act of smiling can actually change your mood. So if you walk into your office, whether it's at home or at work, or your kitchen, and you see something that makes you smile, you're gonna have a better day. Whether that's a glitter card, or maybe it's something that you picked up like a souvenir on a trip with friends or family. One of the things I do on all of the trips that I take is I buy a Christmas ornament, not only to remind myself of that trip or that adventure that I had with whoever I was traveling with, or whether I was traveling alone, but because it also reminds me at Christmas of all of the wonderful things that I've done over the previous however many years, whether it's just last year or the year before or the last 20, 30 years. And it gives me a reason to talk to people about those things that make me smile. People come over and they see an ornament from Dublin hanging on my Christmas tree and they ask about it. And I get to have a wonderful conversation about why that particular ornament meant something to me and why I picked it up and how wonderful and magical that trip was. When I went to Banff and Jasper when I lived out west, I picked up a Christmas ornament and I get to tell people about the fact that I moved out there. I get to tell people about how many times I got to explore those wonderful parks and just the amazingness of our country. We need reasons to smile. We need reasons to be happy. And it doesn't matter how silly you think that reason is. It doesn't matter how crazy people tell you you are for loving that so much. If you love it, if it makes you happy, make it a part of your regular life. Maybe for you, it's not an actual object. It's something like baking because it reminds you of your grandma and you and her used to bake in the kitchen when you were little. If that's the thing that makes you smile, gives you a reason to find some joy in the day, find a way to incorporate it into your life. Maybe once a week is the day that you do baking, or try new recipes, or teach someone how to bake. Let's face it, right now, the world is a chaotic mess in a lot of ways, and we are not going to get through it and find the other side and be able to help each other through this if we don't have reasons to smile, if we don't have something that brings us joy. The truth is, when we were kids, we found it everywhere, but then the world started to tell us it was time to grow up, and we lost that innocence. We lost that joy. We lost that feeling of excitement. How many of you, when you get a package in the mail from someone else, not something you ordered yourself, how many of you feel like a kid on Christmas morning? It doesn't happen very often. And so we have this overwhelming sense of excitement and joy because we don't know what it is. We may know who sent it and have an idea, but it's so fun to open and have that surprise. Those are the moments we need more of. So this week, I want you guys to think about what is one thing, whether it's small like glitter or big like baking, or even maybe for you, it's mailing someone a present just for the fun of it, so that you know at some point they're going to get something that makes them smile, and that in turn makes you smile. Think about what that thing could be and find a way to incorporate it into your day or your week over the next week. If you can incorporate it into every single day, that's even better. But if you can only do it once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, that's okay. But I want you to start to think about what those things are. How can you do them? How can you make it so that it's a regular part of your life? Because we all need a little more glitter. And I don't mean that literally. You certainly do not have to pick glitter, but we all need a reason to smile. We all need something that makes us laugh and that we can find joy in. It needs to be a bigger part of our lives. So think about it for the next week. Feel free to message me on Instagram or Facebook, or email me at info@chasinghappiness.ca and let me know what you did, what you thought, how it changed your mood or your day or your week. And if you guys have enjoyed this podcast or any of our podcasts, please feel free to share them with someone who you think might enjoy them as well. And please head over to iTunes or Spotify or wherever you're listening and rate the podcast. It is how people find us. I thank you guys for listening. I appreciate your time, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week. I will chat with you guys next week. Bye for now.